Double those dice.
And we're back with session 35 and Alex's lovely smile.
Back, baby.
Yeah. So let's kick it off with the recap from last session. So,
Kick it.
after defeating Ruckus and stabilizing him, Z, you investigated the body and with the help of Kaya, tied him up. Whilst this was happening, Blue, you dived back into the water and swam to the giant's boudoir. You emerged from the water to find the giantess had seemingly vanished from the room. With the power of friendship, the party pulled the bound Ruckus to the entrance, and realizing he wouldn't fit through the cave entrance, you decided to pull him back into the center of the room, with Kaya directing to hit every single large rock on the way there. Saber and Z, you discussed what to do next about Ruckus. As the members of the Oven rushed into the cave, they took possession of the giant and ushered the party out of the cave. You were reunited with Red, and you told him what happened. Red told you that Ruckus would be sent to the glacial caverns for judgment, with Red thinking he would either be exiled from the tribe or worse. Leaving the gathered crowd at the edge of town, Kaya and Darian, you overheard the Ovums say the line, "Does this mean that they are banished as well?" Red told you that it was an ancient law that nobody was to be involved in the ritual. Nobody but those involved in the ritual are allowed in the cave, and that the Elder would be deciding your fate. The party then followed Red back to his tent, opened up the dwarvish whiskey, deciding it would be a great idea to set up in the morning. After Red said they would note the wolves coming into the tent, Blue and Z, you went in search for them. Red went to sleep. Saber, you prayed to Tyr. You got the blessing of Tyr and received a full bottle of dwarvish whiskey. I'd just like to remind you as well, Saber, you've still got your +1 of this concurrent for over this day, so don't forget about that.
I think you only actually used it once.
Yes. Darian, you played your newly crafted flute. Just couldn't quite get the finesse correct with it. Outside, Blue, you helped Z find some ingredients for potion making before Blue howled for the wolves. 8 wolves appeared, and you had rough play with Z and them, turning into a dire wolf, and Z getting just mauled by wolves. Inside the tent, Kaya, you freaked out a little bit after hearing the howling, and checked on your magical friend, your little tattoo. And after Saber pointed out, you realised that the tattoo had grown in size, only by about an inch taller, each inch longer, but had definitely grown. Saber and Darren, you got very drunk fairly drunk on the whiskey. Having enough of the wolves, Z, you came back into the tent and began to brew a potion of speed, I believe. And outside, Blue, you enriched the land. After a long rest, Z, you corked up the potion. Darian and Saber with thick heads went to go and get breakfast. Darian, you persuaded Baker to throw in some extra goods for your heroic actions in the cave the previous evening, before bumping into Bard on the walk back. Bard, in exchange for some food to cure a hangover, made an adjustment to Darian's flute. Back at the tent, you played this newly adjusted flute to cause red sparks to erupt in front of it, inspiring Z in the process, and we introduced Darian as the roguish bard. I'm going to retcon that slightly, because I found out afterwards, and probably people will point this out, flutes don't have reeds. So, Bard gave you a little mouthpiece to put on the top of your flute as an adjustment. Found out before everyone else pointed it out. Whilst this was happening, a member of the Ovum emptied the tent and announced that the Elder was outside. She entered whilst Blue and Red desperately tried to clean up before she asked Red to fetch some water. She told you the following. Ruckus had maintained his silence and was being transported to the glacial caverns where his fate would be decided. Barg was to be watched by the Elder, and when he was ready, he would take over his father as quartermaster. The Elder gave you a gift, Kaya, from Barg, which was the glass ring. This ring She also told you that the cave was indeed a holy site and has ignored the request from the Ovum to have the party banished from the lands, and you guys were safe. Giantess Tuck also gifted the party the giant longbow for their bravery in dealing with Ruckus. After this, Z, you picked up the bow and fired a few shots on it, testing out the capability of the bow, realizing it could fire javelins. Kaya, you studied the ring, and after playing around with it, realized it was a ring of air bubbles, or the ring of air bubble. So it allowed you to cast air bubble out, once, which would allow you to have sufficient air for 24 hours. The party then discussed what to do next, and about leaving and setting off. But before you could, you discussed about going and going off. Blue, you went to have a quick nap. The rest of the party purchased some essential supplies for the journey. Trog took over the role as quartermasters in a brief interim period and told Saber about the stone game that they play, or Blue plays with Trog, and Saber promised not to reveal his whereabouts. Back at the tent, Darian woke Blue up with a dismembered hand and prepared to set off until Blue, you saw shapes flying towards you. Kaya saw Hawking Phoenix was being carried by 3 crows. They dived and dropped the bird into arms of Blue. After a quick heal, Blue told you, Hawking told you that the pirates had arrived at Shadeswallow. As he immediately set off with the party quickly saying a goodbye behind, and you guys journeyed down a cliff with Darian only falling once. Blue, you turned into a giant goat, helped the party to the bottom of this cliff, and you've rushed down the pass, and that's where we pick it up tonight. So, it's getting dark. The sun is beginning to move quite. You've been going maybe 3 hours down this crevasse or gully in between these two mountains. It's the same way that you came up, and you I'm assuming Z is on a full-on frog march, almost running. Yeah. Don't forget, Andy, you're on mute. So Z is steaming ahead. What's everyone else's sort of pace behind? Are they sort of trying to keep up with Z? What's everyone doing? I know Blue was at the end of last session was a giant goat, but I think that's now worn off by this point.
I can do it again.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah. I guess.
Might be worth saving for the pirates.
Well, I mean, the pirates are going to be in a few days, I think. It takes quite a while to get there, maybe 2 or 3. So we'll probably have to rest quite a bit. And I can do this for 3 hours at a time. I can do it twice, and then short rest, and then I can probably do it again for another 6 total.
Okay.
Well, Blue, why don't you use your last one today? We'll keep, if everyone's happy, we'll keep going for another 3 hours, and then we'll rest up.
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good. Are you guys okay up there? I mean, I don't have refreshments or anything, but is it anything I can do to help? Any feedback or?
No, it's better than walking.
Well, better for you, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Wait. So what's going on? Who are we? What's?
I think me and you are right.
You and Saber are on top of
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I missed the
We're on the go.
Yes, I know. I like that. No, Darren's happy about that. But since I will say that since pirates have been, since the mention of pirates being mentioned, Darian has been awfully quiet and withdrawn. As I sit there silently. It's a bit of an odd sight for Darian.
Kaya, any thoughts? Are you happy with this plan?
Yeah, I'm not happy. Just keep going.
Okay, let's go.
Cool. You keep going. Nightfall begins to descend. The wind picks up. It's not as cold as it was the last time you were in this crevasse. It's sort of warmer, maybe a couple of degrees. Um, as you look up, you see that no stars are emitting any light tonight. It's completely clouded over, a thick, dense cloud. And it's very occasionally you see like the glimpse of a moon. But you press on. Keep pressing on with your new winter clothes. It's not difficult to keep warm, especially at the speed you're going. Are you guys wanting to stop for the evening or just to keep going into the night?
I think we stop for the
I
evening.
think the plan is
personally.
to stop for the evening, have a long rest.
So if there's any of these caves that I know that my dad and maybe me in the past might have used, then I would be utilising those as much as possible.
Cool. Give me a survival check with advantage.
And guidance?
Hey, if you want to use guidance, yeah, carry on.
I would always like to use guidance. That is 24.
Yeah. You've gone way past the last cave you slept in.
Dang.
Way past.
Rub it in, why don't you?
As you know, like you see, Blue is sort of like suddenly head goes up as a goat and is like looking around. Then sort of darts off, jumps like 10 foot up onto a ledge, and then just disappears from view as you see like Darian Saber on the back just disappear as well. As you go into like a zigzag small tunnel which ends in like a sort of 6 foot by 6 foot sort of dome inside. It's not the it's going to be like quite tight, but it's going to be warm, and you're going to stay away from the elements. Yeah.
Cool. Go on.
No, you go.
I was just going to say, this seems like as good a place as any, and we'll take shifts on watch again.
Nah.
Yeah, looking nice and cozy.
That's all I got.
Did I, as I see Blue leading up to this ledge, could I just have a quick scan of the ground for two things? One, for some firewood, and two, just for any large animal footprint.
Yeah. Give me a straight survival check.
Don't see anything. That would be a 4.
4. Spot large goat prints around here, and sort of it takes you a good minute to realise that you are tracking Blue. Sort of like track it a little bit, and then realise, yeah, it's the goat that you've been with the whole time. Yeah. But no firewood either. It looks like inside this little dome, there is the remnants of a fire. It looks like that you could have a small fire and it would only last like maybe half hour to an hour. But it like sort of there's like available bits of kindling, and there's like a big log that's been sort of burnt out that you could still burn the rest of it. Yeah.
Darren will rush over and just I'm guessing it's quite cold at the minute, so he's going to just rush over and get even that small amount of fire on the go, just to try and get some warmth back.
Fine.
I expect Blue will have more luck catching firewood. I mean, finding firewood.
I'll unwild shape into me and just be like,
I mean, I could just be the fire if you want.
and then light myself on fire with produce flame.
How long can you do that for?
I mean, kind of whenever. You know, it only lasts like 10 minutes or so, but I can just, keep doing it.
Brilliant.
But
You
so
will
maybe
have
we
fire.
leave this firewood until sort of later. Maybe I take the first watch and
Yeah, till
everyone
you
gets to
need a
sleep
nap.
warm. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to have a nap, but we can. That's why we save the wood a bit.
Sounds like
Cool.
a good plan.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to. Excuse me a minute.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. So yeah, for at least for now, I'll short rest, sit, just cross-legged in the middle, just being a fire.
Okay. Cool. What's everyone else doing?
Can I look at the sky, please, just to make sure there's nothing around?
Yeah, so you go outside, out of the zigzag tunnel, stand at the entrance of it. Sort of like a 10-foot ledge above the bottom of the chasm, so you're sort of like on the side of it. Give me a perception check.
21.
21. Definitely, as you sort of look around, there's nothing in the sky. It's literally just a cloudy evening, or cloudy night now. And it's you do get the small glimpse of stars and the moon, but you do hear echoing around the mountains. You're sure you hear it, but it's only for the faintest second. The sound of a cannon. Just a big bang, which sort of bounces around you.
I'll head back inside and tell them that somewhere in the vicinity of the great distance it is probably some pirates.
And Zeal go over to Darren. Darren, you seem to be a little taken aback with this news of pirates. What are we heading towards?
Well, I can't promise anything. I mean, there's loads of a plethora of pirates and scoundrels. Not myself, obviously. I'm far from that. But there is just with the description that Joaquin.
Hawking Phoenix.
That's
Joaquin
it.
Phoenix.
Yeah. You said you
Everyone.
mentioned orcs or half orcs being.
Yeah, that's what you said, right, mate?
And I'll tweet to Joaquin as he says that.
And if that's so, I'm a bit worried that they're the Burmog pirates. They're yeah, I've just had a few run-ins with them, and I just don't really want to have to deal with them right now. It's the last thing I need right now.
I will be all right. Have you seen the bow that Z's now got? No, don't stand a chance.
True. I wish I had that bow, to be fair.
So are they ruthless? Do they just kill on sight?
No, to be fair, they're from my experience, they're more intimidation. They're more of they like to intimidate. They like to be rowdy. They like to get in people's faces before they're rather intimidate to get what they want than actually draw blood. But I will say, if someone steps a foot out of line or rubs them up the wrong way, then yeah, we might be in for a bit of a punishing.
Is there a leader?
Well, it's from my knowledge. I mean, I was just a skivvy for a few months, if that really. But from my knowledge, there's loads of different captains of different ships, 5, 10 plus in their fleet maybe. But my captain was Captain Drash, a bit of an arsehole, but they all were really. But yeah, I mean. Yeah, I mean, I didn't leave on good terms. Let's just put it that way. And I'd rather not have to. I've done well enough not to bump into them for a while now. And I don't really want it to be anytime soon. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, but we're not gonna leave a town just to get ruined by pirates, are we? We're not just gonna stand back. I mean, I don't think I can.
I know some people in Shadewallow, and there's not too many bad folks around there. They can get a little rowdy, so I'm kind of confused why they've been. Well, I don't know if maybe they're mingling or if they're overrun.
Do they have any defences, Blue?
Chris.
Give me a history check.
Damn it! Making me do work. Guidance.
Yeah, you can give me guidance.
Yeah, boy. Thank you, sir. That's a bad guidance, but history. There. 16.
You sort of like track back. You're thinking the last time you were there, they don't have. The port's very narrow, so it's like it's almost. You got to sail up a stream basically to get to Shadeswater. It's not the sea's not. It's not exposed on the edge. Sorry, 2 seconds. Puppy.
So big.
hello.
Yeah, so Shadeswallow is not. It's not a like right on the coast. It's like it's in between two headlands. It's like backed right up, so it's quite hard to attack anyway because you've got to go up this channel. They don't have any defenses that you remember. Like there's no like defensive ports. You remember there was a guard camp back the last time you were there where they had like it was almost like a training barracks and other bits and bobs there. There was like a small, but it was like maybe 25 guards. It's not like a giant like fortress there or anything like that. But you can't remember the last time it was attacked.
And yeah, that's basically all I know.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm just hoping that none of my crew are there. I mean, I don't want to. Yeah, I'll help out, but I'm just a little bit. I don't know. Just bit. Yeah, don't mind me. I'll just try and stay out of the way.
Is this, as far as you know, is this something that they usually do? They come to towns to.
Oh yeah. I mean, they will.
Towns. They don't just stick to the water.
No, they'll plunder ships, coastal towns, anything where there's loot, anything where they can gain any sort of vantage point on anything. Yeah, no, this does sound like them. They're a nasty bunch.
Well, then I suppose we, for the sake of the town, we need to go and help them and get there as soon as. Well, we can't turn up tired because that would just be silly. But we need to get there as soon as possible.
How far away are we?
Probably like 2 days, I think. Maybe a little quicker if we hoof it. I mean, I'm going a little quicker, but we only go as fast as our slowest people, I guess.
We'll draw it on the map for you. You are. Up there.
Oh goodness, we're still ages away.
Plenty of time to freeze to death.
Right, let's get some shut eye and.
Yeah, you taking the first watch then, Blue?
Yeah, I'll have a chat with Hawkeye as well in the meantime and see if he can say anything else, and then I'll let you know.
Actually, I wouldn't mind trying and find some more. Just because I do think that maybe we should try and find some more wood.
Well, I can send him out to do that real quick.
Oh yeah,
just
actually,
see.
no, yeah, kill two birds with one stone. I like it. Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah. Tweet. You alright, mate? Do you mind just doing us a favour and doing a quick perimeter check and see if there's any just wood from any like felled trees? I know it's not really the area for it, but just anything.
Yeah, he's like sat at the edge of the, or sort of like perched at the edge of the this dome, sort of head in wings, sort of pokes his head up, opens one eye. Yeah, all right. Gets up, sort of does that walk towards the entrance and then takes off.
He gets guidance. I guide him.
It's all good. Yes, it's all good. On a natural 20, he flies back 5 minutes later. sort of lands. Give me an insight check, Blue.
Guidance.
Yes, go on, guidance yourself.
Every time. A nat 20 as well. So 23
Sweet.
plus 3.
You notice he like lands very jaggedly. He doesn't come in at like a and sort of land as you normally do, like land on your hand or arm. He comes in, hits the ground, and sort of doesn't put his legs down quick enough, and sort of bounces around a bit and stumbles before he sort of like trots over, flaps a little bit. There's a big gorse bush that's pulled its roots up. It's about 5 minute walk here from here.
Yeah, let's walk it, I guess, because you seemed a bit, no offense, sloppy on that landing. You all right? Did they do a number to you or something?
Well, I don't know, just getting used to it again, I suppose.
All right. Well, we can do some sort of physio on the way there, I guess. Maybe you ride on my my goat horns and have your wings stretched or something. I don't know.
I'll be alright. And he jumps up onto your arm.
All right, I'll land my produce flame in the fire for a hot second, and then head out with him to go
Cool.
in this bush.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna get a
he
bush.
directs you.
Back in a bit.
Yeah. 5 minute walk. He sort of shows you the direction this gorse bush is in. It's literally died and pulled it as it's like fallen. It's pulled its roots out of the ground, so you can just literally, give it a good tug, and it will come out of the ground, and then you can put it on your shoulder and bring it back. It's all sort of died. It's dried wood. It's like dead, but it'll keep the fire going for
Even better, yeah.
maybe another hour, maybe 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Good find, mate. Yeah, appreciate it. So yeah, is there anything else? Because what actually happened to you? I don't know if you actually said.
No, I was tasked to go down and find the crows.
Mhm.
Flew down there and seen that these were some new boats in the. Well, I didn't get to go down there very often, so I had to look around and.
You notice any names on the boats or anything?
No, I didn't get close. Sort of big boats though, bigger than I've seen. There's 3 of them.
3 big boats.
Yeah. One of them made a big bang, and this big house blew up.
What,
And
a
then-
house in Shadewallow blew up?
Yeah. It's like I think it was like a farmhouse or something, just shattered, and then flew back, found what I was looking for was these crows. They were in a cage, and when I flew down and opened the latch, they shoved me in a bag, and then beat me. Then I was thrown in the cage, and wait until it was dark and managed to unhook it from the inside. But yeah, it wasn't pleasant.
Oh, I kind of feel bad now, because Ranger sort of said I could call you back if I wanted to, and that might have helped. So
It's not your fault. Not your fault. Yeah. They're just laughing, joking, and pointing.
well, maybe you can bring back a souvenir of like a half-orc jugular or something.
I was thinking eye for an eye.
Yeah, I mean, well, you've got good eyes, so yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to take one of those.
It was a big one, ginger mohawk.
That is indeed a choice.
I think his name was Ush. If you see him, I got first dibs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Well, if you see him, I mean, let us know. But yeah, more than welcome, mate. If they're, blowing up farmhouses and stuff, that's not right.
Yeah. I don't think. I didn't see anyone where I was. I was sort of strung up in the one of the town. I think it was the town centre. Well, bagged pretty for a long time, and then they put me in a cage. But I think it was in the town sort of square bit where they sell, those people with the metal. They sell things, and I don't think I didn't see anyone get hurt, but they were taking things.
And none of like the people of Shadeswallow were stopping them, or 'cause there was like a guard station down there, right? I mean, it seemed more like recruits when I last saw it, but you notice any guards or anything?
Didn't see a soul.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess let's just hope they maybe evacuated or something. If you didn't see them, let's hope they're
No,
not
it's-
cages.
Well, there's people there. There's lots of people.
Oh, and they
Well,
were just going about the day. All right. Well,
Nods.
yeah. I mean, good info either way, mate. So let's try and stop them, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah,
No,
we'll head back.
Yeah. Cool. Head back. Sort of like, I have to take a few of the branches off this gorse bush to bring it into the cave. But yeah, you can. It's going to be tight squeeze in there, but I think it's probably going to be nice and toasty with a fire and sort of the 6 of you in there. Yeah, it's going to be a bit snug, but warm.
Mm.
Yeah. Is anyone
Yeah.
taking a watch?
Yeah, boy, I'm first watch. And
Tan
then
as well?
I'll wake Kaya next, at least, I guess.
Yeah.
Definitely sure not to wake
Um,
Saber because we've all seen his track record.
Cool. Give me a perception check then. Blue.
With anything extra added on, if it's allowed.
If you want to guide yourself, you can.
Can I just assume that everything I do is always guided at this point, or would you like me to ask every time?
Just keep asking.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
make him ask.
Yeah.
We can work for it. A nat 20 plus a 4.
Get off.
Cool.
And it's perception, so also plus 6, so 30.
Yeah. You
See the heck out the inside of this cave.
Yeah. There's a little tiny bee that's right by the front door. Well, that front, like this front zigzag tunnel, which you're pretty sure you did when you were like 10. The first time you came down here, there's this little tiny bee inscribed in, but you spot that, but nothing in the dark as you sort of look out the cave and keep watch, so you don't hear anything, you don't see anything, don't smell anything different. It's all peaceful, all calm. Yeah.
I love it. Then I wake Kaya. And I know where she is. She's there.
Yeah, you can close your eyes and find Kaya in the dark.
Yes.
Or well, it's not even in the dark, is it? Because you got a fire going. So, yeah, you can. Yeah,
sense.
you know exactly where Kaya is at any point in this cave.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Wakey, wakey.
Yeah, you wake Kaya up.
Yeah. And I will,
Cool.
yeah, just take a watch. Sort of eyeing Blue kind of weirdly. Because I feel like he's like in a weird zone. And I'm not sure about it.
Cool. Yeah, I take a watch. Are you doing anything whilst you're taking a watch?
No, I imagine I'm just sitting, listening for noises or sounds or the same thing. Or any sort of basic movement that I can see in the dark with my not quite so good as 30.
Yeah. Give me a
even
perception check.
Oh no, you can't, can you?
Yeah, no, not good. So, I mean,
Was that-
it's a +9, so,
Mm-hmm.
it's a 10,
Oh,
but
wow.
it's a natural 1.
Natural one.
I am the antithesis of Luke tonight.
Hey, Saber.
That normally means we nap after a nap one, so I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I thought so.
Kaya, you sort of go out onto the ledge, sort of looking around. You see the snow, like the tops of these mountains are all like capped with snow. And as you turn your head, some of the snow begins to slide, like it's beginning to sort of unfreeze. And as it begins to slide, you step slightly too far, and you fall off the ledge. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the floor. Just sort of miss your foot. One leg goes down, and then the other, you sort of like cartwheel your way down to the bottom. But you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Luckily, nobody saw you do it.
Well, that's good, isn't it? I will turn around and like look for Blue just to double check he didn't see me. He was great. Great. Since I'm lying, am I now lying in the snow?
So you're lying in this like cold dirt at the bottom. There's no snow at the bottom of this gully. It's sort of like you were looking up at a like a peak in a mountain, but yeah.
I can't even make.
You feel something wet, like on your chin, like your jawline here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like something just suddenly there's wet, warm wetness.
Oh no! I'll have a look.
You sort of like rub your hand like that. It's not blood. Drool.
Oh shit! Can I listen from where I'm lying? Can I listen to see if I can hear any sort of breathing?
Sort of listen. There's no breathing.
It's just drool on.
It's just a little bit of drool.
Of my own drool.
No. It's just not quite sure what it is. Then you hear a little whimper. Just a little like a puppy whimpering.
Am I lying?
Oh, he's gone from killing children to killing puppies. That's what he's done. That's what he's done right there.
No, Chris, tell me I'm not squished a puppy.
No, you sort of check, you get up, stand up. Like as soon as you think that, you bolt up, jump up. You see on the back of your hand, the dog is your little tattoo is sort of cocked its head and is just whimpering, just like not sure what's gone wrong.
Oh, I was just trying to reassure the tattoo.
What a sentence!
It's okay. I'm just an idiot. It's fine. It's fine.
You still look cool.
Yeah.
You started out.
That's why we get all of this out of the way when nobody else is watching, so that tomorrow we can be really cool. It's fine. Gotta clear this karma sometimes. It's a bit like when you borrow today's fun from when you borrow tomorrow's fun from today. Sometimes we borrowed today's cool from yesterday, and then it catches up to you eventually.
I've never heard of any of those logics.
Talking to yourself as you sort of like scramble up.
No,
back
I'm
up
talking
to
to
the
the
top
tattoo.
of those
There's a tattoo.
Yeah.
How dare you?
It's a sentient
you're talking to the tattoo, but anyone around you would just look like you're talking to yourself, full on, like just talking to the back of your hand.
Oh yeah, and I definitely used to do that before I even had the tattoo.
We at least know probably one wizard's watching. Maybe he drooled on it.
You talk to your tattoo. What's your passive insight?
13.
Cool. Get this feeling of like when you first fell off, you had this sense of dread, especially when you thought you'd squashed a dog, and now you get that feeling of just relief when relief just washes over you, but it's not from you. It's not your feeling of relief. It's somebody else's. You've had that. It's gone. It's someone else's now. That's just sort of drained out of you. That relief feeling. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Wow, cool is a word, Chris.
Yes.
Who are you waking up next? or do you want to stay up for the?
No, I was gonna suggest waking Saber up because. Well, actually, I don't know. Does it look like Saber is meditating or sleeping?
He would be. He's going to be sleeping tonight.
In which case, I'll wake that and you're up.
Cool. Wait, Z.
Thank God. I don't want to fall down that hole, down that cliff as well.
Cool. You wake Z up.
So there's a bit of a slippy patch out there. Just careful.
Did you notice anything? See anything?
No, just
No.
the slippy patch.
Okay.
All quiet.
Well, sleep well, and I'll give Darian a nudge next.
Okay. Thanks. Night, Z.
I just go out to the ledge and do my watch from the ledge.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you go out to the ledge. Give me a perception check.
19. Perception 18.
18. Go out. The wind has begun to blow down this sort of rocky corridor. So you sort of pull the furs up around your collar. Sort of just brace yourself against the cold. Don't hear anything other than the wind. Don't see anything coming out of the darkness. It's all calm. Every now and again it tries to snow, but it's just ends up being sleet as before it hits the ground. It's not strong enough for it to be snow. It's not cold enough. So you get this sort of sleety rain come down. But nothing comes out of the darkness.
Excellent. Whilst I'm there, I will have just been studying the ingredients for the potion of invisibility, just so I can try and keep an eye out on our route tomorrow for any ingredients.
Okay. Just give me an intelligence check.
19.
19. Perfect. You sort of hone in and try and get this into memory. So you're sort of looking for a certain type of berry, and you're like, right, okay, so berries are found here, and you're sort of going through it. So you're almost testing yourself with the book to try and see if you can get this off of memory. Perfect. Yeah, you study that while you're sort of just out here taking a watch. Yeah, fine. And then you're waking up. Who next?
Waking up Darian. I'll go.
Darian.
Darian. It's
Really?
your turn, buddy. Yeah.
All right then. Cheers.
Can I just before you go? Can I just check? Have you got any health potions?
Funnily enough, I was just looking at that. Yes, I do. I have one.
Okay, good. You don't need one. Okay, brilliant. That means everyone's got one.
Oh.
Excellent. All right, I'm going to get my head down.
Will do. And I'll just go out to I'll probably just go out the front of the cave, I guess, and I'll find a little bit where I can sit down.
Yep.
And I'm going to cast Mage Hand, and I'm going to practice my Mage Hand by getting a coin out, and I'm going to roll the coin between its fingers with the Rage Hand, and just sort of and then practicing flicking and catching it, and just doing little coin tricks with my Mage Hand as I contemplate my life and all the decisions I've made, whilst thinking about having to confront these Burmog pirates tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, but in the future, in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cool.
I'm just sort of in deep thought.
Yeah. In which case, then, I need two things. One, I need an Arcana check from you.
Oh, I haven't done one of those yet. What have we got? A 0. Lovely. And that is a juicy 9.
9. Cool. And then I need a perception check with disadvantage.
Ah. In second thought, no, I'm joking. No. Perception. Oh, that's all right. That'll be a 15.
Cool. Yeah, you're keeping your eye. Like, I'm assuming, like, you want to sit down. So the easiest place to do it is to go to the edge of the ledge and just sit
Yeah.
on the ledge, like with your legs
Yeah.
dangling. There's sort of like there's a little bit of a where the ledge isn't like completely straight, so it goes like there's a little bit off, and you put your mage hand on there, and it's like practicing coin. Like there's a few times where it's like tosses the coin, which goes off the ledge, and you have to send your mage hand to go and collect the coin and then bring it back up, and then try it again. There's a few times where it like you sort of flick the coin or like trying to do it, and it like just passes through fingers, like it doesn't actually roll, it just like slides as if like glitched out. But you keep practicing, you'll get it eventually, as you sort of like gently playing your flute as you're doing this, sort of almost controlling it with the notes. So it's almost like a learning technique for you, how you want to play it, to make it move in a certain way. But yeah, you do that for a few hours as you watch the sun or the light begin to reappear. Sort of an overcast day again. Still warmer than it was, but still cold, as the light begins to come down, sort of down the corridor of between these mountains, the stony corridor. Yeah.
Lovely. Then I'll just head back in I guess when it's kind of time to wake people up, I'll head back in and start giving people little nudges to be. It's this is like a little little alarm. You can snooze me if you want, but give you a little nudge.
No wet willies this time.
No. I want you in a good mood.
Do we long rest then?
Cool.
Press the button?
Yeah, you're all taking a long rest, yeah. Press the button.
Let's think about spells then. Should have done that already.
Oh yeah, I didn't even bother. I just thought this will do.
Yeah. I've got all my coitus spells prepared still.
Oh yeah.
Blue,
Yo,
give me a survival check with advantage.
Guidance.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, boy. Come on, baby. That's survival is pretty good. 20 on that.
Sweet.
Dirty.
A dirty 20. You like do sort of like stretch, go out the cave, look around. You're like, you were here at night. This is the first time you just accidentally found this place. Now you're like thinking back. If you book it today, if you were to like really put on a march today, you could be on the outskirts, like maybe a couple of hours away from Shadeswallow by sort of midnight tonight.
I could use those spells, the make animal stuff, and then we've got rides and stuff. That might speed us up a bit too. And then instead of going like 60 at a full pelt each time, then we're going a bit more. So yeah, I'll tell the group that. I think we could probably, we're at the top of the peak, so going downhill a bit quicker. So if I make a few more goats, maybe we all get a personal ride down.
I'll have a go. I'll take a go.
Yeah. Also,
If you think it's possible, Blue, then yeah, definitely do it. But I think we need to agree that unless we see something horrendous, we don't go in there without making a plan. If these people are as bad as what Darian says they could be, we can't go in there half-cocked.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
Do we all agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm not much of a planner, but yeah, I guess so.
Cool. Well, if you can get us there quickly, Blue, let's do it.
No, I was just going to meta game, but I'm not. I've just realised I can't, so that's fine. Don't worry. Just ignore
I think
me.
you can.
I was just about to meta game. I was like, as
You can whisper it.
Saber, I was going to meta game a Saber.
Well, theoretically, if you were going to metagame, not that this would be a metagame, what would you have said?
It doesn't matter.
Whisper it, Chris went
I'm
ahead.
not fall into your trap. Luke.
Curses. It weren't for you and those damn kids.
Sorry. Anyway, carry on. Whoever was going, I can't remember where we are now. Oh yeah, goats. We're all getting a goat, and we're going to be there and make a plan.
Yeah. Sounds good, bro.
Brilliant. That sounds great. Let's walk in, more goat in.
That's the plan. Not heard it like that before, but yeah.
So you're going to summon some goats, are you?
I guess so. Let's read the spell. How many guys can I have? I can do.
How long do they last for, Blue?
They last an hour, so it's still a little better. I last longer. No offense to these guys.
You stallion.
Yeah, I can. You know what? I can make 4 goats, and then I can be lead goat. So.
Lead goat.
Are you not
Yeah.
using all? Are you not using all? You're not tapping yourself out if you go down that route.
Well, I mean, these will take. I can do 3 of these, which will give us some decent movement, and then we can use me. Basically use 3 of these. That takes me 1 use of me being a goat, and then. It's gonna be it's gonna be a little weird, but I've got other stuff I'll be able to do, so I won't be fully tapped. I'll just be like me 4 days ago, let's say.
Then let's get a move on. If you're happy to do it, Blue.
Yeah.
And I'll also give us. I don't know. No, I can't. It's concentration. Never mind. But that's not. But I have to have them up. No, it's okay. Sorry. I was gonna long strider, but I can't. I have to have the conjure animals as a concentration, so I can't long strider them with that. So yeah.
Is long
Strider is not concentration, but I'm pretty sure you can't use another leveled spell when you've got a concentration spell up.
I think it's just you can cast another
Just
spell.
not do
as
another
long as it's
concentration.
Just not, not a lot of
You just can't do
concentration.
2 concentration.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
all
you
it is.
can't do
Yeah,
it
'cause
in
that-
one
'cause-
round, right? But you're not
Yeah,
doing it in a
because
round. 'cause we're
otherwise,
at combat.
otherwise clerics wouldn't be able to do anything other than just concentrate on a spell to help
Yeah,
him.
Well, ours
And they'd
does
just be
nothing
sat
anyway,
there
so-
with the nothing.
Yeah, they're 100% there. Yeah, so you can summon conjure animals.
Say
and
it
then
louder. I don't
cast-
think he heard you.
That's fine. Don't worry.
What was that?
Nothing. Not a problem. Clerics are great. Some of them at least. Yeah, sweet. Let's go.
Yeah, you can definitely summon the goats and then cast Longstrider on them. I think it's a. I'll just come off it, didn't I? Like an idiot.
off it.
But I
The
think
goat
it's
carry-
10 minutes.
All of us.
No, goes an hour.
Yeah,
Concentration
the
to an hour.
Longstrider. How long's?
An hour.
Oh, it's an hour. Okay, cool.
How much
Yeah.
weight can the goats carry?
Well, I was carrying you and Darian, and these are all giant goats.
Oh, let's get
So
on
you
the
would
goat.
each get a single giant goat, or I can do, maybe something bigger. But the goats are probably decent speed in this terrain.
Yes.
And then I
You,
long strider them. That gives them a little extra.
Yeah, you summon these goats that sort of appear out of nowhere. Everyone but Blue, give me an insight check.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good.
That's much better. 23 with a nat 20.
I rolled a 23. Well, I rolled 18 on the die. 23 times.
9.
I got an 18.
You can do this with advantage, Andy. Z can do this with advantage.
Just cause.
No, 2 9s.
And Darian, you rolled a
18.
18. So the three of you, bar Z, notice that these goats are slightly not correct. Just something not quite right, especially the eyes. Like
kinda makes
one of
sense.
your goats has got
Yeah.
fangs, and the other one's got like one purple eye and one bright orange eye. Like, yeah, it's kind of a bit strange, but yeah, these goats turn up. Seem quite willing.
I would like to get on the one with fangs, please.
Yeah, cool.
I will
Bleats at
call.
you.
Yes, brilliant. Do they have names, Blue, or can we name them ourselves?
Nope, they all have names and very distinct personalities. I'm just kidding, they're just spirits.
Oh, well, I would like to call.
Yeah,
mine
I
Jaws.
jump on the one with different eyes and call it David.
That was actually its name. That was a very good guess.
Not even Damien. David.
David. David the goat.
We'll take
You-
it. We'll take it.
You jump on these goats, and Blue, you cast Longstrider on them, giving them even more speed as they sort of begin to sort of paw the ground, waiting for Blue. Blue, you then, I guess, turn into a goat yourself.
Yes, so I, just for the sake of the spell, conjure animals and then 2 uses of 2nd level Longstrider, which will get 4 goats. But not me, but that's cool, don't worry. I'll be fast, I promise. And then, yeah, I'll be a goat too. Oh, for God's sake, I'll just do a single level on myself then. I've got enough to do that twice.
Is there not enough goats for you to have on?
I mean, I could jump on the back with one of you guys, but
Well,
you know.
Yeah, do that then.
Oh, but I wanted to be a goat.
I'm just
Yeah, but you
thinking
can
that-
save your goatness for later.
I was just thinking in an hour when these goats run out, and we need to, we
Need
got
more goats.
It'll move quickly.
All right,
eight-
go on then. Shift
got
up,
18
Saber. I'll
hours.
jump on Alex with you.
what?
What?
Jump on Alex.
Yeah.
Goat's called Jaws.
Joe, is it? Oh,
This one with the teeth. Why
I
have you
thought they
got
were
teeth
fangs.
like that? Well,
don't they all?
Well, they're in the-
Didn't I yesterday?
Blue, could I suggest maybe not jumping on the goat that's carrying the chap with full plate armor? Maybe
I-
jump on with Kaya, or Kaya can come with me and you have your own goat.
I mean, maybe.
Fire, what's your goat called?
It's a spirit, so I hadn't actually named it.
Oh. Okay.
I just don't want to get attached.
It's hard because I get attached every time and feel it
Yeah,
a little
that's
every time.
why.
The curse of a
Just,
druid.
just softy.
Are we saying this whilst we're moving?
Yes,
Oh,
I
well,
hope
they're
to
very
God.
stationary as far as I'm aware.
We're still we're waiting for Blue to decide whether or not he wants to be a goat or take a goat or jump on someone else's goat.
10 minutes into the spell.
Yeah.
Half an hour later. I'm just not sure.
But this one's built for speed, but this one's built for endurance. I just...
Which one's built for comfort?
Well, me. Okay, I jump on a goat and ride very fast.
Come with me, Blue, and then you can name the goat.
I'll name him Alex, because the other one apparently wasn't allowed to be called Alex.
There we go. So,
Yeah. You guys set off down this,
Onward, Alex.
this valley. The goats like darting in and out, like, so because the ground's pretty flat, but then there's like big rocks where like it looks like there's an old glacier has melted here, and it's just deposited lots of big rocks here in which way. Sometimes the goats will like run up onto the sides of the sort of valley to get a clearer path, and then jump back down and go like that. So I'm going to need animal handling from Z, Saber, and Darian. Who's driving Alex?
Blue. I'll let Blue drive.
Okay.
Unless I think
Blue.
unless he seems to go off the rails a little bit, and then I'll get grumpy and I'll take it back. But for now, I'll let him do it.
feel like
Let him
Blue's
feel like
animal
a man.
skill's probably pretty good.
I just wanted to remind everyone the last Alex in this game got ritually killed. Just check. Just
As they
checking
should
you
have.
remember that. Yeah. All right.
Goats get killed quite often as well.
Guidance.
Yeah, guidance.
Yeah.
Can I have guidance? That'd be.
You
pretty
you
handy.
have resistance that you've never used.
What is it? +1 on checks, isn't it as well?
Yeah.
No, resistance
that
is
is now
plus for
since,
saving throws.
since gone.
That's gone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit.
you slept.
I got
since-
12, by the way.
What?
12?
Well, I'm gonna add the +4. Then.
11.
Am I allowed
That's-
guidance or not?
I thought you cast it on me.
No.
Oh,
For me.
All right, well, fine. Well,
I
I
can't
got
reach you.
10 then.
10, 12. Z got a
11.
11. And Blue?
Do I get the guidance or not?
Yeah, you can guide yourself.
22.
22. Cool. Blue, you and Kaya are at the head, like you're like 20, 30 foot in front of everyone. As you guys are like, you see, turn around, yeah, just like Blue is expertly just like not even bobbing. He's sort of like, it's almost like he's riding a motorbike. He's sort of leaning with the goat. Kaya
Drifted.
holding on. You see, Darian has sort of got clumps of hair of the goat in like one in each hand as he's sort of like trying to steer it like that. Saber is like hugging onto the
Holding
goat's
onto its
neck
jaws.
and just sort of along for the ride. And Z, you're just bouncing along behind, but you're sort of like that expression of I don't like this.
I
think
imagine
it's
very
probably
Gimli on the back of the horse.
just not enjoying it. As you guys zoom off, 55 minutes later, the goats just stop, dead.
Oh, yeah, time might be up for a little bit while. Thanks for stopping, guys. Please only exit the goats from
What?
the right-hand side. Keep all arms
Whilst
and
we've
legs in the
stopped,
vehicle.
could I just have a quick look round for ingredients, please?
Yeah. Give me a survival check with advantage.
Oh, do you want a hand? I'll guide you, because I see you're looking for ingredients there. Add a D4 if you want.
Natural 20.
Don't need it.
Never mind.
You remember from your previous night's studying of the book that you need some moss. Literally, like, go round one side of a boulder, which is like top to tail of this boulder is moss. You can
This
pick up
moss rock.
two ingredients. Yeah,
Excellent, thank you.
cool. Yeah, the goats. As you guys get off, the goats just sort of just fade as light, like just disappear.
Saber will shed a tear. He'll miss George. He had fun. Didn't seem like he was having fun, but he did have fun.
Well, you know, they were working, so... There's no need to cry, buddy. He might be back.
Oh, that'd be nice. I was quite like to ride Alex next though. Makes it
Oh,
look
very
better.
good.
Kai, as you look around where you are now, you are
Making our way.
looking out as you sort of like round the last little corner. You just like glance round. You see that the end of this valley, and then you can just see it dip like that, and outwards you can see sky and sea have like merged. Yeah.
Lovely.
At the sight of that, Darian, like, he wells up a little bit. A little lump goes in his throat. It's the first time he's seen the sea in quite a while. Well, since he's been abducted by the book. So he's, there's a little bit of he just feels a little bit, I don't know, he just feels a bit welled up.
Do any of us spot that?
Give me an insight check. And Darren, you can do this against if you're trying to hide this from people.
Oh, yeah, no, he's
me-
definitely trying to hide it. He's trying to, he's just trying to...
Either
Ooh.
either deception or stealth.
Ooh, deception or stealth, okay.
That'll be a 17.
Oh well, I've lost. I think. That is a 13.
13. What would your excuse be to somebody catching you crying? Would it be like allergies?
Oh
bugging
yeah,
the
no, it'll
eye,
be
or would
the
it
it'll be
like
the classic hay fever, or like classic sort of like
Surrounded by snow.
I've got like on the goat rider, a fly got on my eye or something like that, and I'm trying to like get it out.
A spirit
in
fly.
water.
Quite a while ago. You know, it's okay to be emotional.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine.
No
I'm
one,
fine.
no one
Yeah,
thinks any less of you.
yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm just looking at the beautiful view. It's just caught me off guard.
I will give him a little pat on the shoulder.
Deep down, he appreciates that, and he goes. But anyway, I do one good thing about these pirates being here is that there's a potential for a free ride. If we can maybe somehow commandeer one of their ships, that would be more than generous of them and very useful to us. So if we can maybe get that into one of our future plans, which I'm sure we're going to make and stick to.
I have a plan.
I think that at the end of it should be taking one of the ships, because even though these pirates are arseholes, boy God, they got some fast ships, and yeah, I reckon it'll be good for us.
Yeah, I like that plan. Free ship.
Yes,
They did have 3 ships from what Hawkeen said, so
Oh, there's 3 down there to choose
that
from.
makes me a bit more nervous. But
yeah, because that makes me nervous too. Because if we escape on one, then there might be 2 more coming up for us.
We'll have to sink the other 2.
I
we
don't
leave.
have experience in that personally.
That's all right. I'm sure it's fairly straightforward.
I guess I could set one on fire, but I
Yes,
don't really want to
that-
cause the smoke pollution on this beautiful land.
It's temporary.
Rude.
Not saying that it's not a good plan, but if we steal a ship, do we not think we're going to be making an enemy?
oh,
That's
don't
all
worry,
right.
I'm long down that road.
I also, they've made an enemy by sort of coming here.
Yeah.
I'm not the violent type, but you shouldn't be mean in my hometown, sort of thing. They've got so many good bars in Shade Wallow. Like, I get why they're raiding it, I guess, or whatever they're doing down there. I kind of want to see first, just to check it out, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
How many pirates per ship should we be expecting, Darian?
Whoa. You put me on the spot there.
I can ask Hawkeen as well. Hey, tweet, Hawkeen.
Can I do
did you see an amount?
history check on that?
You can do a combination of the two, because Hawkeen will.
Assist.
He would have told you that these ships are quite large. They have 3 sails, and then from that information, you would know that these ships would need at least a crew of 50 each.
Oh, holy shit.
There's 3 of those, so there's got to be around more than 3 people, I would say.
At least 3 people.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
I mean, well, from what Hawkeen said, no, it's actually about 150 bare minimum. But
Actually, could we just take all 3 ships? And just,
probably not. I can
Well, no.
spirit.
We
Guardian.
probably want to disable 2 of them though, so they don't follow us. But then if we're doing that, we leave the people of Shade Swallow here with the pirates.
We should
Oh
take
no,
the
I'm
ship.
thinking we disable some of the people, some of these half orcs, some of these pirates, and then we take. So there's not too many people following us, and we have kind of helped Shade Wallow as well.
Well, by stranding 150 odd pirates there.
Yeah,
is a
unless we're planning on killing all of the pirates.
Maybe
doesn't seem like
we
a
could-
sensible idea.
Maybe we
Yeah,
could
true.
disable their weapons and let them follow us, and then, deal with them out in the open sea.
So
Maybe we just kill the leaders, and then the rest will follow us.
Maybe we
Oh,
become
there we go.
a
Pirate
Then-
army.
And then we have a pirate army.
Oh,
And
I
we
mean,
can... That's great.
I knew I was destined for greater things.
We should definitely take the boat with the most gold on it.
Well, I already owe them 10,000 gold, so the extra bit wouldn't be too much.
Quite a lot of gold, Darian.
That is a lot of gold.
Well, I bought my ship, so it was best 10,000 I've stolen, I think.
Are we walking and talking?
Yes.
I'm assuming so.
I've not cast
Yeah.
the spell yet, so I was just. Are we all ready for hopping on again, or do anyone want to like eat or something? It's only been an hour.
I've been eating on the goat.
Been eating the flies on the way down.
Just a light snack.
I've got my snacks to go.
So are you casting those spells exact same again? Are you, Blue?
Yeah, technically a different combination by using some first levels as well.
Mhm.
But yes, I will be.
Cool. Fine. Again, Blue summons up these goats. Again, these goats are slightly different. Completely different to the ones we had before. One of them has got 3-foot horns that go straight out, literally its neck. So straight out its neck.
Oh,
instead of
it's
being
got
on its head.
handlebars. I want to ride that one.
One of them has got a wolf's tail,
Nice.
and complete normal goat, like just larger with a wolf's tail. And the last one is a complete normal goat, but instead of bleating, it's hissing.
Ooh.
I'll take the wolf tail, please.
I'm going to rev my goat up.
I'll get on the hissing one then. And call her Barbara. Give her a little pat on the neck as I get on.
You jump on. And again, I'm guessing Blue casting the long strider on them.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Jump on and take off again. We're going to cut it there for a 5-minute break, and then we will meet back in 5 minutes. Cool. See you in a minute.
Ta-ta.
Cool. And we're back. Party have just mounted their new goats, heading off down now past the end of this valley and into the sort of sloped grasslands for the gorse and rough terrain as they sort of work their way down the mountainside. Gonna need animal handling checks from everybody. Cool.
That's better. That's a 14.
Who is Z with me or is Blue with me?
Do you have a preference?
No.
I
I mean, if
would
you're
just-
with me, you can roll.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah. Maybe you should be with someone without metagame.
Z got a 12.
Okay,
I got 14.
14, 12.
Next time
Blue?
maybe do it with Z. I got a 18 and 18. Sorry.
18. Cool. Blue ahead with Kyra on their goats, experting the sort of. It's now more leaping than like just straight running. It's just like leaping from down the rocky
skis on them all.
hilltop. It's probably at this point now sort of getting close to midday. As you guys like work your way down, Saber with the added advantage of holding onto these horns, sort of making it a lot easier for you. You're sort of like motorbike rider, like almost like lying on your stomach, holding on to these giant handlebars coming out of his neck. Darian, you've got the hang of this now. Z, you're still not enjoying it, but it's a lot easier than last time as you go down. You get to. In fact, Blue, you're leading this party of goat riders. How do you want to get to Shadeswell? Are you going the easiest path and then getting down off the mountain and going across, or are you just going across? So, I'll draw it for you. What I mean by that is, are you getting
to
this
the
direction,
outskirts as quick as possible,
or down and across?
I guess the diagonal one, and just trying to get there sort of as quick as possible, but not getting into the town as quick as possible, just to the perimeter as quick as possible.
Cool.
It'd be good if we can get like maybe a good vantage point that we can see, like, if you know of any sort of like points where we can look down onto the town, so we've got a good like bird's eye view.
Maybe somewhere where we
If
could
possible.
fire off a couple of javelins from a sniper's distance or something.
And that, yeah, sure. I guess Z's got his new bow.
Imagine just
we
be
can
eating
give
your
that a go.
breakfast and then just a javelin straight through your heart.
Cool. You guys follow, on goat back, following Blue as he's making his way, like, instead of down the mountain as quick as possible, but going across it. It's a little bit more treacherous terrain, but it's no problem for the goats. They like leap and jump and sort of make their way across. As they stop, and again, they just stop dead, and get you to sort of disembark an hour later. You can see from this position. Oh, nice. It's the worst X I've ever drawn, but that'll do. In the far distance, this is the image you can get.
Nice.
Shade swallow.
Okie dokie.
Right.
It's a big town.
And we just straight north. No.
Straight north.
Right.
Yeah. You're
Notice
overlooking.
Do you notice any fire coming up from the town, Chris?
Give me a perception check.
13.
I say, can I assist
30.
that?
Yeah.
Given the
Yeah.
rules,
Z, you can do this with advantage, or you can roll your own card. It's up to you.
Roll your own, Kaya.
Please.
Little Miss +9.
Yeah, it's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay.
There we go.
Smoke seems to be billowing, like large, copious amounts of smoke is coming from like that direction. From here, you can't quite tell what's on fire or was on fire. It's like big black smoke. There is also like smoke coming from this direction as well.
I know there'll be like small little dots, but do we see any people roaming around? Like any civilians or anything?
Too hard to tell from where you are.
Yeah.
You're
Maybe that's a
looking
really
at
good
this
answer.
as if like you're looking upon ants. It's so small. Like you can see, like squinting, you can make out individual buildings, and you can see
Right.
the 3 ships in the harbour, but they're like that size to you.
With regards to the plan, Darian,
Yeah.
I think you should be loosely tied up, and we potentially look for presenting you as a bounty, so we could get
Whoa.
in with the captains and do our assassinations from there.
I want to do an insight check to see if Saber is trying to
Possessed.
is trying to double cross me and hand me in.
Yeah, give me an insight
But
check.
is
I don't know if I'm
odds
doing
with the people straight away, surely. We should,
Oof.
Say that again, Kai.
Well,
wouldn't that put us at odds with the people of Shade Swallow?
but I think Blue.
Well, they don't know what
Blue's
Darren's done.
No, and they recognise Blue, and they'd hope Blue would be working in the interest of the island.
Well, they might recognise me, but they'll definitely recognise I'm a Goliath, so they'll probably know I'm from here.
I mean, the likelihood of
We
every
have
single
a lot
one of
of
these
assuming.
This is
the likelihood of all of these pirates knowing me. I reckon maybe potentially a couple of the more seniors, but I mean, this is about 7 or 8 years ago that I was part of their crew.
So the bounty must be quite large by now, then.
A man of my stature, I'm sure it is. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you want to tie me up, then I'll reluctantly do it. I rolled a
really
7,
tie you
so.
up. I want that to be clear. It's like you could slip the rope at any point and be free. It's for show tying up. I don't want you to actually be tied up. We're going to need you to fight, I expect, at some point. With us, hopefully, and not with the pirates.
Yeah, no.
Maybe let's see what type of force we've got in front of us first before we make any decisions. Because they might, by the time we get down there, they might have just left a skeleton crew behind, or it might just be. They may well have just come to the port to stock up, and other than a little bit of mischief around the town, they're actually letting the town just go on as normal.
Yes.
I think potentially we should maybe check out. There's that cluster on the right as you look at the map, with the one that's on fire with the X, or the smoke coming out. I think maybe we should try and maybe sneak around to that side, check out them, see if they're all right, see what the hell's going on there, see if we can get a bit of a gist of what's going on in the main town.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
How
And
do you want to do that?
You've been here before, so where are the sort of hubs of? Is there like a mayor or a?
Oh
chief
yeah,
of
here's
town?
the lowdown. I'll give it you with such detail and maybe even less of an accent. Chris?
So I need two things to happen. I need Blue you to
Guidance.
roll me a history check, and Z, I need a history check from you with disadvantage.
Ooh.
History is 11.
With advantage.
I didn't do it with advantage.
Oh.
Well, a natural 20 and a natural 1.
Oh. Goodness.
Okay, fine. Blue,
Yo.
you remember two things from Shays Wallow the last time you were here. You do know there's a mare. You think it's a
Wait.
dwarf,
I thought
but you're
it'd be a
not quite
horse.
sure. Sorry?
you said mayor like mayor.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Little horse pun for you there.
Yeah. So yeah,
Apologies.
that's right. You're not sure what gender the dwarf is. You also know there is a tavern here, and it is here, right on the seafront, called the Tide Line Tavern. And that's the last time you came here, Blue. You were very drunk when you left, and that's the reason why is the Tide Line Tavern. To the point where you can't remember who ran it or what, but you just remember the name. Yeah.
And that's all I've got to say on that.
Yeah. The last time you were here, Blue, you were probably here for maybe a day. Like literally arrived in the morning, set sail in the evening. You weren't here for very long.
Oh, thanks for that lowdown, Blue. We're much better equipped now.
No problem, that's what I do.
I do think Darian's right, though. We should perhaps look at that smoke plume to the.
I guess it would be our left if we're looking at from there. but-
I was just trying to figure that out. To the left
Yeah.
of us.
Well, if you want, I can go right now and get sort of a bird's eye view and look at Hawkeen and say, like, I could just be a rat and he could sort of carry me.
But that's also a very, very good idea.
I would love to
You're
hear
on
you,
mute,
Andy,
Andy.
but you're muted. It's alright.
Sorry. Why don't you do that and we'll carry on making our way down slowly, and you just come back to us with whatever you find out.
Yeah, I think we can do that. Sweet. I'll turn into a rat. Oh wait, I'll discuss it with Hawkeen first. Hello, can you be a good flyboy and carry me as a rat? Please don't drop me. Actually, let's maybe get some rope or something so we can tie it to your foot and not have you actually have to carry me, because no offense, buddy, you seemed a little iffy the other day flying.
Right,
This is
so
part of the physio.
okay, so I'm going to tie you to my foot then.
Well,
And
you're
then-
not going to tie it. Okay, I'd love to watch you try and tie something to your foot.
Alright, I'm going to get someone to tie you to my foot as a rat, and then I'm going to fly around and give you.
Yeah, well, I'll just do a little like noose sort of thing, and I'll just sort of hang off that with my entire body.
Okay.
I'll put it around my belly though.
Right.
I'll try and be a
I
small
mean,
rat.
I could just fly and tell you what I see, but you know,
I've no
if you want to
offence.
come along for the ride,
I would love to come. I think that'd be fun, right?
yeah. My only concern is I don't want to get too low.
Or don't then.
All right, you to be able to see from up there.
Blue,
Sorry, yeah?
why don't you just turn into a hawk and fly? Oh, you can't fly yet, can you?
No, thanks for rubbing that in.
My canker.
Also, by the way,
Blue
editors
takes
note.
4 points of psychic damage,
Glad I wasn't a rat.
emotional damage.
Yeah.
Emotional. Yeah.
I also can't turn into a dial, by the way, so editor's note on that. But I don't think I used it as combat, so it's fine.
That's cool. Yeah, you can turn into a rat, and someone can tie you to it.
I'll just
So
tie.
walking.
I'll just literally tie first, and then.
Can't
leave
someone
a
use
hole.
beast sense?
I mean, I've seen
Not that
Kaya
Darren would
do
know
it
that, to be
before, and I can do it occasionally, but right now I can be a beast and go and sense.
Yeah, no, just I'll pick. Yeah, just I'll start to tie him up and tie him to the
Squeak, squeak, then.
You watch Blue turn into a rat,
Small
and
one.
then
tie him.
Darian will tie him on. Give me a sleight of hand check, Darian. As you see the hawk lift out its leg.
Sleight of hand. Where the hell is that? That is a 17.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not the most comfortable position. As you see, when Hawking takes flight, Blue is just it's probably like maybe a foot of rope.
But jerk.
You see Hawking take flight, like flap his wings twice, and then you see Blue just go yeet up with it as he just sort of takes off into the sky. Blue, the wind is rushing past you as Hawking soars into the sky. Your eyes are watering. You are struggling to breathe as the wind. You're going so fast.
Only
As
have an air
Hawking
bubble.
flies off and begins to circle the town. Give me a perception check.
Can't guide myself. Damn it. 15 plus 6, I think. 21.
Nice.
Sweet. You see Hawking begins to do circles of the... he flies out towards the... where the smoke is coming from. So he flies out to...
The right
Yeah.
on the map, but the left to us. Yes.
Straight, that's because he knew you wanted to go there, so you fly straight there. And Blue, you look down to see a guard encampment. It's 4 wooden towers, wooden wall, and inside is sort of like training equipment, sort of like a obstacle course, a few large tents for like multiple people, and then like a larger tent which you would assume would be some sort of like mess hall or something, some sort of communal tent. From here you can just make out the figures. There's like larger figures, and there's figures that are like seem to be sat down and back to back, like in like 4, and there's like sort of 8 groups of these 4 sat back to back, and then larger figures walking around. You see the smoke is coming from one of the towers, which is sort of burnt. It's sort of collapsed in on itself. Hawking flies, sort of does a couple of laps around that, then flies back towards the town, where you see like large figures walking around in the town. The town seems to be as normal. People moving and milling. You see, as you fly towards this, like these ships that are moored up on a large dock, you see a large figure push somebody into the water. They just like fall in straight in and begin like flapping around in the water. As he flies across, you see this here looks like some sort of ship, like dry dock. And you continue to fly around. You just see more of these like large figures moving in between like other people. You see
And
the
just to double check,
marketplace.
these large figures could be the same as a Goliath, or
Could be. It's hard to tell from this. Hawking is not sort of dipping too close to the ground. He's saying at a sort of steady height as he's flying around.
He was afraid of arrows before, so
Yeah. You also see as he flies over this. This is like a group of 6 houses which have been leveled. Mm-hmm. This is where this black smoke, so it's still on fire. Yeah. Is there anything else that you particularly wanted to potentially notice?
Just to clarify, there's 3 boats at like the dock, and then there's like 3 boats out in like the sea, just on the edge of the bay area. So what is so the 3 ships that are out into the close to the sea, are they the actual pirates?
pirate ones.
Yeah, and the ones that are at docks, they're just normal boats. Yeah, cool.
You would spot that, Blue, as these 3 ships out at sea, sort of at the entrance to the sort of cove, if you like, are pirate ships, adorning this
Jolly Roger
skull, a skull, and then a giant tidal wave.
Okay.
Sort of like arcing over.
Would I recognise that from any time that Zayanya has mentioned themselves looking for certain tattoos, like, for example, when we were at the Battle Forge?
Give me a history check.
Ooh, it's not bad. 17.
Cool. Another feathered friend mentioned a tattoo on a half-orc before.
Awesome. That could be anyone at this point. It's probably Alex.
A certain Kenku described it before they arrived at Prapaya.
I'm remembering this. This is true. Yeah, okay. That's I guess that was pretty much it. I mean, no one apart from the person that's been pushed in the water has seemed that distressed from what I can see. The people sitting down back to back were probably just playing a game. That's what you see is Hawkeen has to fly back before you sort of turn back into your... Oh, I got 3 hours for that, but yeah.
Oh, you got 3 hours, fine. You go around for this. Cool. As that's happening, the rest of you are making your way down the slopes, these grassy slopes.
Slowly, stealthily, and sure-footed.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, you see Hawkeen you spot Hawkeen from a mile off as he flies over.
With a rat that's just spinning frantically because it's not got stabilization at all.
So yeah, just a rat holding onto this rope. Tied around the middle, but just holding on for dear life, like even with it, like biting it. As it comes like to the ground. Blue, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Dexterity. There's a rate.
Dexterity saving throw.
And the Constitution throw.
Ooh. Well, a rat is as dexterous as I am. No, it's more dexterous than I am. Hell yeah. That's pretty good actually. 19.
I didn't.
19. Okay. You see what's about to happen before it happens. You're like, oh, how is Hawkeen going to land with me attached? You're in grass now. So you sort of wait till the last second and bite through the rope, sort of, and come like and roll on the grass as Hawkeen like swoops in. He lands more graciously than he did the last time you saw him land.
Good boy. Physio's working.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
up, you.
just bit a foot piece, or maybe even half a foot. Yeah.
I can't
A
figure
foot
out why
throat.
you didn't just make it into like a little swing shape and then just sit in it.
I thought I did, but it's fine.
Oh no, you said you tied it around your waist.
Yeah, that's basically a swing.
No, but you could have. Okay, doesn't matter. Sorry.
Yeah. You arrive back at the party, and I'm assuming you change into your Goliath form and tell the party what just happened.
Oh yeah, I reiterate everything you said with all the grace and elegance of which you said it.
Thanks. Amazing. Yeah, as you sort of descend even further down, you realise quite quickly you're probably going to get to the outskirts of Shade Wallow by sundown.
Are we
Do I know of
gonna?
any caves around here?
I don't think there is anything this close to Shade Wallow, purely because if it was, you would just stay in Shade Wallow.
True that. Well, maybe. I don't think that stops a cave from existing there. But yeah.
Oh no! Sorry. What I mean by that is you don't know of any round. If you want to go looking for a cave, yeah, you can roll for it, but you don't know any around here that because it would make more sense to go and stay either not in the comfort of a tavern, but you would stay near a tavern and have a drink and stock up and things like that. It would be silly to go and stay in a hardship when you've got something easier.
Aye.
Did Blue, when you were on your way back, did you notice any pirates patrolling outside of town?
You know, the funniest thing is,
Chris?
did not notice any of them patrolling outside of the town.
Right. Okay, cool. So I'm going to assume there are none.
I think
Always
they would.
assume for the worst, Saber.
I would have assumed that some might be on the ship, but yeah, I don't think they'd be out too far. Maybe near the encampment. But
Bro, how many people did you see sat down back to back?
oh, at least
Chris?
8 groups of 4.
How many groups
of 4? Okay.
That many.
8, I think it is. So I think we still keep heading towards that place, and maybe we try and I hope these are the guards, and see if we can't release them and see if they want to help.
yeah, maybe get a bit of a
How
militia.
many bodies were guarding them?
Oh well, there was precisely Chris.
Not sure.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
At least Chris.
You saw at least 6, but
I saw at least 6, but Chris.
you were only flying around that for a couple of minutes. It could be that there's more there. You're not even sure. You're not sure who the people are that are sat back to back. It could be pirates from the height that Blue was. You have no idea who they were. Yeah. It could be like the way you look at it this way. It could be the other way round. It could be 8 groups of 4 pirates that have been tied up.
Blue, I've never known you
what.
be so insightful. It's refreshing.
It must be the ocean air.
Well, yeah, clearly, back at home and comfortable, and it's great. If you could do this outside when we're back on Papaya. Yeah, that's
Propire.
right. Papaya. Yeah.
Papaya.
Yeah,
Papaya.
I'll try and do better than you're currently doing. Yeah.
Ugh.
But good zing though. No, you did it, buddy. Yeah. I feel very demoralised. Yeah.
I was trying to be encouraging. I wasn't zinging. I was complimenting, and it was sincere.
Oh.
Sorry if it sounded sarcastic. It's been a very long day. I've just lost 2 goat friends.
Well, you know they're not lost.
Guys.
They're somewhere.
Guys, do we go now or do we rest up?
Blue probably needs a rest after goating and long striding and ratting and.
Well, I guess currently they don't know who any of us are. So
That is true. You could
they're
just
just
blend in with the
occupying,
crowd.
so we could just go in and go to one of these pubs and just find out what the situation is.
There are a number of different races in Shade Wallow, so that's totally a thing we could do.
Are we?
Just say we come from a.
You muted yourself.
Can you?
You cut out a
Oh.
little bit.
Wah, wah.
Did you hear any of that?
No,
We
I,
heard
it
think,
the first
I bet
time.
it
We
was.
didn't.
Great.
It definitely should have got some inspiration. I'm sure of it. Whatever you
Yeah,
said.
well, that's just the thing. The weirdest bit was Luke. What Luke said sounded like he was agreeing with what I was saying.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. You just sort of like towards the end of the conversation, you hit the mute. You must have muted yourself. For some reason.
Oh, okay.
So it's,
That's
so
okay.
you
So
said
I
going to the
said, I
tavern.
said that we should go to town and go. Yeah, okay, fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. Because
We heard that bit,
we
yeah.
could have just come from a different bit of the island, and that's not even untrue. And that was all I was going to say.
Do we not lose the bonus of surprise if we just walk in there?
But we don't know what we're walking into.
What I will say,
Or whether
do I?
we could do a couple people going in, not everybody. Sorry, Darren. What were you
No, yeah, no, go. Yeah, one thing I will say is just to potentially to identify, be able to helpful to identify some of these is they will all have all the members of the Burmog Pirates. They all have a either a tattoo or a brand of a skull and crossbones with a giant wave.
Oh yeah, that's on the flag. I already described that, but I'm just reiterating in my voice.
So yeah, just if we want to identify them, then that's the best way to. Well, one of the ways we can identify them.
Should we give ourselves some of those? Would that be bad? Like a branding?
I mean, I've already got one, so I don't want to go through that again.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that. Where is it?
Yeah.
No, there's a reason for that.
Can we have a look?
Yeah, it'd be good to not have like an actual reference, I suppose, if we were going to
Yeah.
like draw them on or something.
We could just do it like with crayons or something.
I mean, what are the chances that these crew members all know each other? And so
Why?
we just turn up with the same
like there's a lot
brand.
of
Is
them.
that going to be?
Maybe from one ship to another, perhaps not, but
Yeah, definitely. That is definitely
And
definitely the case.
if they ask you which ship you're on,
we don't know the name of the ship.
exactly.
So I don't think that's a great idea.
No,
I also don't
I
think,
mean,
I imagine there's guards at the entrances to the town.
I think we're just doing it a bit overcomplicated right now.
So you want to just walk in through the front door, go to the pub and see what's going on.
Yeah.
I think it
Right.
could work, personally. But, you know, and who's to say that we don't have to... We could still walk out of town again, unless we get apprehended somehow.
My fear is there's 3 ships with around 50-ish pirates on each ship. That's an awful lot to deal with if it doesn't work.
Yeah, I see your point.
That's my... I can't run very fast.
I reckon we maybe cause a distraction enough for the pirates to all swarm off their ships, and then we just take one of the ships. Because either way, we're not getting rid of all these pirates if there's plus 150 of them.
All we need to do is just kill the leaders.
Find the leaders, cut their heads
So we
off.
need to find out who they are. So
And
we're
to
back
do
to
that,
going to the pub.
to do that, I believe Kaya is correct in what she's saying.
I mean, if we're really worried about it, we could leave somebody outside
I could be a shark.
to sneak
What?
to one of the ships and.
You can't fly, but you can swim.
Do we have anything
Is
that
true.
could? I mean,
I mean,
why
I've
don't
got
you
disguise
just swim
self.
to one
I
of the
can.
ships and then turn into flames and set it on fire.
And we just shoot a javelin through it.
That's
Pop
also
a
a
couple
great
of
plan.
holes.
Well, I feel
Javelin.
like I guess what I'm then thinking is it'd be quite easy, really, for us to destroy probably 2 of the ships. All we have to
But they
really
will
worry
still
about
have
is them not
cannons.
immediately arresting us or taking us prisoner, which I don't feel like is a very piratey thing to do, unless they're going to sell us into slavery, in which case they'll put us on the ship and then Blue can do what he was going to do anyway, and we can hide the giant's javelin bow thing. So I don't really think we have anything to lose other than just going in and rolling with it.
Oh, okay. Well,
We have backup plans in place.
I'm happy to follow your lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of. But I won't do anything silly that will make it worse.
I'm still going to be a little tapped personally, but I
Well,
can do that.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to just go to a pub, do a bit of retcon, and then even sleep. Unless we find out that the pirates are going to do nightly raids in a town that they're probably already occupying, which seems unlikely.
I highly assume there will be not giants, pirates at the tavern, the Tideline Tavern.
I would agree.
That was the name.
Maybe even the captains.
Yeah, maybe they're wearing a big hat so we can, see them.
I've heard they wear pointy hats, three corners on the hats, 3 points.
The only bit I'm really concerned about is if we need to disguise Darian.
I've got disguise self. I can definitely work that out. But I think that only lasts for an hour, so.
Let's go.
How long will it take us to walk to the tavern from where we are?
Oh, it'll take precisely, Chris.
3 hours.
About 3 hours.
We got loads of time.
Wait, is that from? What about from the entrance of the town?
Oh well, that would be
from the entrance of the town, like sort of 10-15 minutes.
Right. Okay.
Ish.
That's
20.
So
between 15 and 30, depending
on if we
say
get
for about
stopped.
30.
Yes. All right.
Yeah. Thought I'd just clarify
got
that.
a hat
Personally.
or a hood he can put up. He doesn't even need to cast it until we get close to somebody who looks like they might want to. He just needs to not be in the front of the party.
I guess we could horrifically burn him.
Blue, whilst he casts disguise self.
Let's just be what we are then. We've come down from one of the Goliath camps and we've come to town to catch a ship.
Yeah,
I don't know if they would believe that. I wouldn't believe that if I was from Shadewallow. If just some strangers
but the pirates
that are...
aren't from Shadewallow.
Oh, I guess that's
the
true.
people who are from Shadewallow might recognise you because you are literally you.
Also figuratively as well.
That was a thing.
Yeah. The people might think it's a little irregular that some non-Goliaths are here not via this port. But yeah, I guess you're right. The pirates wouldn't know any better.
I mean, if they ask anything, we say magic, and it's not even a lie. I think they've got bigger things on their minds right now, anyway.
Yeah, I can't see a flaw in that plan. Yeah.
Let's do a little recon then, I guess.
In we go.
Cool. Before we go, I'm going to cast Aid and give everyone a additional.
How long does it last?
It lasts 8 hours.
Oh, fantastic.
Should I cast it a third and give everyone 10 hit points? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it at third level spell, so everyone gets additional 10 hit points, and that's not temporary. That's just 10 extra hit points, baby.
Nice.
So that max HP modifier.
Yeah.
Look at that cleric.
Let's go for it.
Clerics be clericing.
Yeah. You proceed to carry on going down this grassy slope, watching your footing. You've seen quite a few times that in these hills you get you'll go to walk down and realize that there's just the grass has just grown out and there's nothing below it, and there's a big drop, a big hole. So you're being very careful to try to watch where your feet are going. Has anyone got a higher passive perception than 16?
Meets it. And Kaya and Darian will.
19.
17.
19. 17.
15.
Anyone else? Anyone
16,
else?
if it
16?
beats it.
Okay, yeah. So you sort of like sorry, you've been walking for about 2 hours, and as you sort of Kaya, you sort of clamber down like one of these sort of rougher bits of the land where you've got to sort of like sort of crouch down, use your hands to steady yourself as you try to drop down the other side. You look to your left, and you see there is like dim light coming from a hole, probably 100 feet away from you.
Can I motion to this to stop? How big is the hole?
You're looking at it like from side on, so you can just see light spilling out of what appears to be like behind grass. Looks like some sort of hole. So you're not sure like the length or width of it, but there's definitely light spilling out onto the like ground beside it. It's very faint though.
Okay. In which case, I'll like hard hands up, and then I'll point to it, and then I guess I'll try and walk over sneaky to it.
Cool. Give me a stealth check.
I'll go with her.
I'm gonna stand still.
No, stands.
17.
17. Z, I'm gonna need a stealth check from you then as well.
24.
Nice.
24. Amazing. Cool. You sneak up to the hole. Kai, are you peering in or sort of listening?
I guess
Or
I'm
Z,
trying
either
to
one of you.
see how big the hole is.
As you get closer,
Listen.
you see the whole entrance is probably like that, like a foot, like a foot. Dim light is like spilling out of it, and you're not sure like how far in it goes, but there's definitely light inside of this hole.
Can we try and listen before poking heads in?
Yeah. You hear a female voice, like it's. Before I tell you the words of what they're saying, you can feel like the comfort in the voice before the words. It's sort of like you hear the words of like, don't worry, I'm sure he's safe. They haven't hurt anyone yet. We've just got to get out of here before they come and try and do anything worse. Don't worry, I will make sure I find him. As you can hear, like little sniffs, little sniffs.
Can I look at Z and pull a face? See what she thinks. We should do. We try. I might try and
nice
sneak
assault.
back to the rest of the. Is it?
I will. Z will encourage Kaya to move into the. Yeah, no, probably best not. I walk in there. I encourage Kaya to take the lead, walk in there, and I'll follow her.
Okay. Okay. I guess. I don't know how
I'll
to
move
do
up a
this
little
without freaking them out.
Just
I
freak 'em
might
out.
just
Yeah, do it.
call
Get it.
out sort of softly, like, "Hello, please don't be afraid. We're not with the pirates."
As you say hello, you hear like scrabbling, and then the like
Monopoly as well.
metal on stone. And then she's sort of like peering after, I guess.
Yeah.
You look in to see a fire genasi sort of silver armor with purple sort of trim. She's like completely blood red. Her hair is she's bald on one side of her head, and her hair, she's got like long hair which is onto the sort of one side of it, which is like orange and sort of shiny and sort of like pulsing with light. You can see the light from this cave or this little like crevice in a rock is actually coming from her, and she's just emitting this soft light. Behind her, she's sort of like in a knelt position, holding a like short sword, like under her arm, sort of like that. And behind her is a young boy, short, scruffy hair, in like a long like a tunic tied, like a tunic too big for him, tied with a piece of rope. She's holding a sword, and she's sort of like glaring at you as you sort of like approach. As she sort of studies you for a couple of seconds, she looks and she goes, "Guessing you're not one of them?"
No, and I'm guessing you're not either.
She shakes her head.
We've just come down from the mountains and we saw the ships. Can you tell me what's happened?
She sort of nods. Show me your arms.
The dog has curled into the shape of a skull on a wave.
Yeah, Kaya like goes to do it and then thinks for a second and then just like sort of does it anyway, but sort of really sort of hopes that Puppy is nowhere to be seen.
He's
Sort of,
surfing.
He's wagging that
and
tail.
if not, I just hope he's still. Yeah.
So you do that. Do it. Straight luck check. Straight luck check. Roll a d20. If it's a 10 or below, she sees the dog. Or
It's a 7, so she sees the dog. That's fine.
Yes.
It's a dog. It's not a.
I'm happy.
um,
That makes me happy.
okay. You roll your sleeves up. Show her your like forearms. She sort of studies your like towards where your wrists are. Then she goes and your neck. As you turn, you see a tail wagging underneath, like the where you've rolled your sleeves up. There's a tail just wagging underneath it. She hasn't spotted it.
Oh,
Yeah.
very cute. Oh yeah, I'll show my neck to you. And then, so do you mind if I check you as well? And then I have some friends outside. If I pass your checks, would it be okay for them to come as well? Are we all fit?
Well,
I can't tell how big.
she looks around at this like cramped hole. She's on her knees, like it's like a low ceiling. She's sort of like it's lit up very well because of her. But well, look, look, we can move. I just need a cloak.
Okay.
We
Mine.
Yeah, you can mine.
we can move to the trees. That would be safest. It's close to the town, but it'd be harder to spot.
I mean,
Or unless you've got anything.
If you don't mind, that would be great, just so that my friends can hit too.
Yeah. She sort of looks at glances down her the little boy. She goes, "Do you back up?"
Okay.
And she sort of like back up. She sort of exits the hole. Sort of like looks at Z. Sort of doesn't like you can see the grip on her sword tightens, but she doesn't sort of say anything. And she sort of like doesn't stop looking at you and like helps the little boy out of the cave. You would estimate 7 or 8.
Oh, but like, hi, I'm Kaya. What's your name?
Boone.
Ooh, a lovely name.
As he
You're being very brave.
you see the Genasi sort of like pushes him behind her legs, She stands up to a full height. She goes, Glaff, and nods.
Lovely to meet you even under such difficult circumstances. I'm Kaya, and this is my friend Z. And then just a little way back, I've got some other friends as well, but I can introduce you if you'd like. But I don't want to overwhelm you.
No, I do. I am quite conscious where I'm going to need a cloak, else they're going to see me from a mile off.
I will try to give her my cloak.
Yeah, she sort of gestures for you to pop it on the ground, and then sort of once you've done so, like leans in, doesn't stop looking at you, picks up the cloak and puts it on, and then like hood up as you guys watch her like the light disappear. Then and she stands sort of facing the mountainside with her front, so she's got her back to the town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's not great. It was pretty quick. They arrived, big show of force. We couldn't hold them off, and well, I managed to take Boone here and managed to get away. But it's pretty dire in there.
Do they seem to want to pillage the whole town? Are they setting up? Are they encroaching? What are they?
They're strange. They're taking everything and anything that's not nailed down. I've heard this from Boone, but they seem to be picking up supplies, water barrels, food, any food that's been going around. They've been taking coin, any valuables anyone's got. They've just been taking it, and anyone that shows a sign of force, they're being killed or injured. I don't think they've killed anyone yet, but it's only a matter of time.
So if me and my friends were to walk in, you think they would try and stop us?
Potentially wouldn't stop you, but definitely rob you.
Okay.
They've got the mayor on house arrest, and they've captured, assuming all the guard but me. I haven't seen anyone else.
Do you know where they're holding the guard?
Yeah, in the encampment. She points in the direction where Blue saw this. It's like on a hillside. There's trees in the way, but she gestures in that direction.
Did you have a plan of what to do?
Not really.
It sounded like you were discussing something before we arrived.
I was Boone, his dad's one of the guards. I just wanted to make sure he was safe, and then I was going to try and either get off the island or try and get the Goliaths involved.
Has anything like this ever happened here before?
Shakes her head. There's no one's really tried before, but we've had the protection of a druid for a long time, but he's gone missing.
Could have a think to what we may have heard in the past of pirates coming to ports. Do they ransack it, leave, or do they ransack it, kill, and leave?
Darian would know this. Z, if you can give me a history check.
Story 17.
17. Normally, pirates will, if they come to a large town, will just pillage it and not try and... It's a strange thing, piracy. As much as they are a big show of force, if you suddenly lose a lot of people off a crew, your then ship is unsaleable. So it's a case of like, they come in, they threaten, they intimidate, they rob you, but they don't like to start a fight.
Just in case they lose.
But they will finish a fight if they have to.
I don't really want to occupy usually.
Yeah. It's not a. This isn't like a. They're coming and taking the town. They're coming and stealing, and then potentially leaving. But how long they stay for, you don't know.
To our Fire Genasi friend, do you think there's enough guards in the town if they were free that we could take the town back, or is there just not enough of them?
I don't know. Potentially, it's well. They've. I know the pirates wouldn't have left the ships unattended. They would at least run them on a skeleton crew while the others get. And she sort of shore leave. But I don't know. If we strike them right, maybe. Yeah.
What's everyone's thoughts?
Are we all there?
Have we come up yet? Have we met the
I
Genesis?
thought so.
You can gesture over. You see Glath still hasn't put the sword down. She's still holding it, tight gripped, as you guys approach.
Seeing Kaya without a coat, I will take off my coat and give it to Kaya.
I'll give Blue a little smile.
That's our boss.
Hello, I'm Blue, by the way. This is Saber, and this is Darian. Your names are apparently Glaff and the other one.
It's a child. When was the last time we saw one of those breeding?
Oh no! Wait, no. Yeah, we've got to protect this child.
I think so.
Dark forces are coming for you, child. You need to prepare.
His name is Chris.
I don't think that's,
I cast guidance on the child, just in case.
Yeah, sorry. What are we? It's. So.
Yeah, we came into this somewhat at the end.
Well, Glath was just telling us about how the pirates have come and have they've captured the guard and put the mayor under house arrest and are injuring anybody who they think might be able to show resistance to them. And then they're also stealing anything and everything that isn't tied down. Everything, food, money, everything.
Well, that's
They've been
not good.
really interested in the mead supply that we've got here.
I mean, it is nice. That's what I'm interested in when I come down. But yeah, not as excessive.
If we can free the guard and take out enough of them, will that then deter the rest to think twice and maybe run?
The problem you've got is they've got ways of signaling the boats. So even if you could take them out, like let's say we go and free the guard now. We free the guards, then we have a sign of force and we kill as many as we can. They'll 100% they'll get to the signaling the boats and then cannon fodder will just be cannon fodder. They'll just blow up the town.
So how would they get into the boats?
You're saying
that's what I mean. They've already got people on the boats. They haven't sent the full crew.
So what you're saying is we need to get to the boats first.
I don't know. I really don't know.
And then murder all of the pirates that are in town.
Well, I can take out their methods of getting to and from the boats, I guess. I'm a druid, so I can turn into a big snake or a shark or something and maybe help in some of those ways.
I think fire javelins is the answer.
I think that is a very obvious thing to see with eyes. So I think we should, if we're going to do that, that's got to be the.
What's the range on your bow? See,
it seems feet? Pretty powerful.
It's the same range as yours.
As a longbow.
As a
longbow.
longbow.
You can fire javelins at the same range.
Right. So yeah, 600 foot. feet. That's quite a long way away.
That's a lot of feet.
We could be. I mean, are we? What are we now? Probably about 1,000 feet away.
We're
I
an
can tell
hour
you
away
exactly,
from the town.
Chris.
We're still an hour away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, this
What's,
we had this powerful druid. His name's Ulrich Mock. He's like an elder guy that just a human that used to protect the town, but never had any problems while he was around. And I don't know where he's gone. It's possible that they've got him under house arrest with the mayor, but I don't know.
Did he disappear at the same sort of time as these guys coming around?
During it was almost like the town were expecting him to come out of nowhere and destroy the ships, and nothing happened. And then all of a sudden, cannons started firing.
Just out of interest, how do you think he would have destroyed the ships?
I don't know. We've never had an attack on Shade Wallow as long as I've lived.
Do we try and seek this druid out then? See if he's better than our druid?
Listen,
nice
I can
not
do
to
things
be-
that druids can do. I've just not been near the water too much, but you know, I can make a big wave.
how easily accessible is this mayor's house? Is it in the middle of town?
No. It's ish. It's a large sort of townhouse on to the left of town. She sort of looks around, grabs a stick, and like rips up some grass and draws you a very crude map.
It's the one we see on screen right now.
Yeah, thanks.
You want Boone to die.
It would fit Chris's character, which I am part of, so I'm all for that.
On the left hand side is where she's pointing it.
If Boone is looking scared or like just nervous, I'm going to get my flute out and do a little tune for him just to try and perk him up. Something a little bit upbeat. Something a little bit.
Give me an insight check.
That is an 18.
18. Yeah, he's looking. He looks like a bit anxious. Is best described. He's not. He's looking anxious. He's sort of like, sort of almost trying to hide behind Glath, and it's occasionally just like staring at Z. Sort of glancing around, but mainly staring at Z.
I'll try and catch his eye. I'll try and catch his eye, give him a little grin, and try and sort of maybe get down on his level, and play a little something a bit just a bit chirpy. I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but something to pick his mood up.
Yeah.
I guess.
Give me a performance check.
Ooh, that's a 13.
13. You begin to play this melody, but you're conscious that you're trying not to make a lot of noise because you don't know who's listening. So you're sort of going in and out of being too loud and too quiet, and sometimes you're blowing on the flute and nothing's coming out because you're trying to be quiet. And you're still trying to get this I see where your range is on this as you trying to play the flute. But it does look like a little less anxious the more you play.
Try and get a little grin out of him or something at least, just to sort of mellow him out a bit.
Well, Glath, what do you think to us trying to make our way to the mayor's house to see if we can't
under the cover of night? You could definitely do it. It's not unachievable, but you just got to make sure you don't get caught. She sort of say that, she goes, "Are you? You said your name was Z, right?"
Yep.
Cyania.
Maybe.
She sort of reaches into her around the back, pulls out a scroll of parchment and opens it up. And you see that it's a portrait of a younger-looking Z,
On a wanted poster.
and it just says Zyania bounty 1,000 gold pieces for any knowledge or any knowledge of her whereabouts or capture.
I give a little nudge of approval and go, you and me both.
I'm gonna
Oh, my name's Blue. Have you got one for me as well?
sort of be ready to draw my mace should I need it if her mood changes towards sea.
I am the same, but with my weapon towards Saber.
Who does it say is asking? Who's going to give the bounty
Who pays the reward here?
on the
By
on the
order of.
poster? It doesn't. Okay. Where did you get that from, Glaf?
I picked it up while I was in town. One of the pirates dropped it. I thought it was some sort of like I didn't know what it was until I picked it up.
It.
Yeah.
I'm gonna relax
Insight
a bit.
check. Can I insight check them saying that?
Yeah.
That they just got it off the ground from a pirate unknowingly. Guidance.
Yeah, you can guide yourself with this.
Yeah, baby.
Good job we knew that before we went up. We bowled in there that we've got someone another wanted.
23.
23. 100% telling the truth.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna relax a bit now because I think she's just picked it up and she's not looking for.
She sort of like holds her arm out with the scroll, hands it to you.
New plan: we loosely tie up Z.
Oh, that sounds a lot better.
Pretend that we're coming to collect the bounty for her. Then we unleash all fury on the captains when we get to see them.
I'm not sure that's a... Personally, I think the three of us that don't have a, history with these people should maybe go in and have a look around and...
But we'll be robbed.
Well, maybe we don't... With the two people that aren't going in, maybe we leave all of our valuables.
Does it say dead or alive on the poster?
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Doesn't say dead or alive, just says for any information of whereabouts or capture. So specifically doesn't say dead or alive.
Oh, so we could just go in and say, we've got information about Z. We don't even need Z to be there.
How about this? Darian disguises himself as Zyania, and then we hand him over.
Yes!
Double whammy!
And then that'll run out, and then he'll turn into himself, and then he'll be like, ha! Yeah, I'm not Zyania, and then they'll let him go free, of course.
Of course, that's what pirates are known for.
That's what I would do.
I don't like the sound of that.
I mean, the later you leave it, the easier it will be. These pirates they're pretty strict on code of conduct on their ships. When they're on shore leave, they get drunk as a skunk. So the longer you leave it into the night...
How about we go to the tavern and poison the mead?
With what?
Yeah.
Again, they're gonna rob us before we even get to the tavern.
I don't know if that's true.
If we sneak around,
Glaf has already said.
Yeah, but what if we go in looking poor? We leave everything behind, and then they'll rob some bad potions, and we can be like, "No, my super elixir of maximum health."
Do you have any poison?
Me? Well, you're an alchemist, right? We can. I know of some things around here that I would recommend not eating. We could shove those in a thing.
I still think we need to. If we're going to do anything, we need to find help, and the help either comes from the guards or it comes from this potential druid.
Or both.
If we can free the mayor and the druid, I think that might be a good thing potentially.
I think whoever we release, they'll know we've released them pretty quickly.
Well,
yes.
I think guards
the thing
first.
Is,
use the guards to release the druid.
I mean,
the ships aren't gonna. The ships are not gonna fire on their own people.
I don't know about that, but you guys know them more than I do.
Well, the leaders are going to be on shore. The leaders will not stay on the boats.
Are you 100% sure of that?
Why do they
Would
want
you?
you, Zaya?
Would you? I don't know, but it doesn't bother me that they do.
I would want to sleep at my house.
There's
rather than some
plenty of
smelly
people
den.
that I've upset, so this is just another one.
Okay. Okay.
I think if you're going to try and take either the guard or the guard, release the guards, or try and get the mayor, you're going to have to do it quick. What I mean is you got to be in and out. You can't stay. I can, if we can find somebody maybe to come and take over and look after Boone, then I'll come with you. But I'm just conscious I can't leave him by himself.
Can Hawking Phoenix look after the kid?
I wouldn't trust it with this DM, personally.
No, you think he might eat his eyes?
I think he'll class Hawkeen as a small creature as well and kill them both.
Yeah.
And sorry, because like what I've always so my understanding is that the mayor and the
Druid.
guards
Okay.
are in one place and the druid's just
No.
missing.
No, I
The
think
druid
so.
is
The
also-
druid is
mayor.
with the mayor.
I'll draw it. Yeah. So the
Sorry.
mayor is
Druid with
here
the mayor,
on the
guards
map.
on the road. Yes.
Yeah. So mayor is on the left hand side.
And the guards are
Guards
across
are
town
here.
on the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we just split up and we just try and get both of them.
I think we're better as a full team, but
Splitting the party.
Let's do it. Let's split the party.
I don't know. I off the top of my head, I would assume that there's less people at the mayor's house, so we could maybe have a smaller time of that. I think there's quite a few guards from what I saw up above, so I would assume that there's more people.
The guard's place is out of the way, though.
Glaf
feel-
goes
I
to
feel
that
the
comment.
opposite.
I imagine the
Yeah.
leaders near the
Glath goes. I don't know. As like Blue says, it's probably less people at the
Mayors.
mayor's. She goes, yeah. Bracabella. She can throw a mean punch when she needs to.
What's a Bracabella? Sorry.
It's the mayor's name. She's a dwarf.
I think we have used Saber as Overwatch, and then the 4 or 5 of us attack the mayor's house, get in and get out.
Is there
Okay,
anywhere high up that I can get a good vantage point based on what Blue told us when he came back from Hawking in his fly round?
Not sure because it wasn't one of the things you were looking for.
Well, does Glath know of a vantage point?
She
Hawkeen
will-
could find one.
She'll say that the house is surrounded by pansies and lavender bushes, quite high. It's for the bees. But she sort of furrows her brow and she goes, "But you can still be able to hide in the lavender if you wanted to. It's pretty dense, and you could sort of dive yourself in there. But there's nowhere high unless you want to sit on like a rooftop nearby."
Yeah. How tall are the buildings around there? In feet, roughly.
Well, the mayor's like townhouse is 2 stories, but everything else is single around there.
Okay.
I think we need to come up with a plan, and all this time that we're wasting.
I could maybe.
Is it
disguise
dark
self.
now?
It is dark, yeah.
Can we have short rested during this time as well?
Yeah, if you want a short rest.
I would love to. Thank you.
I could potentially disguise self as one of the captains, or the captain that I know, hoping that he's here, and I could then maybe get into the mayor's place.
That's a good idea.
Undetected. Well, not undetected because they'll know that I'm there, but they'll think I'm the captain. I can get in. I don't know what I'll do from that point, but hopefully then try and
We
get them
stick
out.
together. We are stronger as a team.
you open the door for us.
than individuals.
I could
Oh yeah,
be
yeah. No,
your-
I wouldn't be going in there like completely alone. I'd want you guys close.
I could
like
be your
for-
pirate's rat that hangs out on your shoulder, as is commonly known through pirates.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll get you. We can get you a little. I'll fashion you a little eye patch or something.
Right, yeah, that'd be, hard for my depth perception, but yeah.
And give you like a
Zach,
peg leg.
would you be happy to come with us and help?
Oh, well, they
I
would
can-
want the boy to look after.
Yeah, I can come, but I need someone to look after Boone. I can't leave him by himself.
Just keep him with Saber.
Then-
He can be lookout.
Oh.
Yeah.
Saber's
I
a good
love-
babysitter.
I am. I'm great with kids.
I'm not sure anymore.
Well,
Not
we've got
sure
to do
anymore.
something. We've got to do something.
Soon.
We can't
Well-
do nothing.
Look, if you want to decide on what you want to do, if you want to free the guards or if you want to go to the mayor's house.
Personally, I think we should dump our stuff somewhere with someone out here and then scope it out a little bit at least. And then maybe we can get a better idea. But if you guys don't think that's right, then fair enough.
No, I think I do. Let me just.
I mean, I don't mind staying, but I personally think just because Darian and Zayanya have previous links to these guys, that if me, Kai, and Saber just dump all of our stuff here, maybe take in Glaff as sort of a guide, but I can, I know a brief
She's
lay
a
of the
little
land.
inconspicuous.
Yeah, she looks at you, Blue. She goes, "Look, I stand out like a sore thumb. Like I can't hide very well." And she gestures at her hair.
Yeah, well then, if you three maybe stay here and us three, me, Saber, and Kaya go in, we might be a little less conspicuous. And like I say, we can just go to the tavern, maybe walk past the mayor's house, maybe walk past the guard area, and just head back. Purely reconnaissance. Maybe Hawkeen flies above us, and then if anything goes wrong, then he comes and tells you guys, and then you two can run back in, and Glaff can. I don't know, maybe if we free someone, we can get a guard to run back and look after Boone, but it would be the same as Glaff looking after them, I assume.
No, Boone's dad's hopefully in there, isn't it? He's a guard.
Well, yeah, but
could
but
come
no
back
offense to
and
Glaff, it's the
he'll
same
want-
as Glaff. It would just be a guard looking after them. Not
Yeah,
that
but
you're
then-
just a guard, Glaff.
No, but we then get Glaff to come and help us, so we wouldn't be losing anything.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, we could also leave Glaff here, and then Boone's dad would be helping us too. So either way, we're swapping one guard out for one guard.
Right.
Maybe Glaff has more fire abilities, but I don't know.
Okay.
That's
Sounds
my
like a
suggestion.
plan.
But if anyone else, I'm not the best planner, so if anyone else has a suggestion, then feel free.
That I can help where I can, but what I would suggest is maybe taking a rest yourselves, especially if you've come down from that mountain. Go at first light, or even before first light, and that way, most of them will either be too drunk to care or asleep by the point that you go in. It'll be a lot easier for you to do recon
So
of the town.
my suggestion's kind of both, I guess. I would say do a quick reconnaissance now, come back, rest, then go in. But again, I don't know if that's
Well,
perfect.
if you go now, they're pretty active. They'll be drinking. They'll be looking for somebody to
Harass.
mess around with or harass is yeah. If you wait, take some sleep now. Go before first light. Go in. You can do a recon. You might even be able to potentially overpower some of the. You don't know what you're going to find in there, but if you go, I can guarantee now. If you go now, you're going to get seen or you're going to get caught.
Okay. Then let's rest.
Look,
Some
if you-
some idea might come to us whilst we're resting. Failing that, then we just.
Look, I can.
I think it's dangerous going in there, thinking that they're going to allow you to just walk around.
If you want to decide where you want to go. I can take you left or right of the town. Now I've got a few more people. I'm a little less worried about if we get spotted or one by one pirate. If you, I can take you into the woods either side of the town, but I need to know where you want to go. Which side of the town? I know you particularly don't want to push anything, but it'll be quicker if you wanted to go, say to the mayor's house. I'll take you to the right of the town, or left if you want to go to the
I think we
guards.
do the mayor's house.
I think so as well. That's my
Less
instinct.
guards, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And she nods, sort of puts her sword in its scabbard, and then holds out a hand to Kaya.
Am I giving? What am I?
You're shaking his hand.
It's like a handshake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she holds out a hand to you.
Okay.
What is this?
What are the strange fire genasi ways? I
You
will
go for a
also
fist
give
bump.
I will also
Okay,
give a
daps him
fist
up.
bump. Yeah. I'll
She-
do a handshake back.
You shake her hand. Her hand is incredibly warm. Like if someone had like sat, like you know, when you got like you sit on your hand or something, and it's like red hot. Well, it's like that.
Shaking the stranger.
As you like, yeah, yeah. She sort of leads the way. She sort of gestures, and as she's like, you walk on for a bit. As you begin to walk, she goes, "Oh." She turns to Blue. She goes, "You say you're a druid?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, you ever been into the hang on.
Oh, all the time, yeah.
Yeah. I've lost it in my notes now. Where have I put it?
Do you want guidance? You can have
Yes,
guidance
if you can give me some guidance, that would be great.
Yeah. You get a +1.
Thanks. I may need it. Oh, that's it. She goes, "Have you ever been into the humming caves?"
Oh, well, funny thing about that.
Chris, have I ever been into the humming caves?
Don't have a clue.
No, I've been into some caves that hum, but sometimes that's just an echo from myself.
She giggles a little bit. She just no the bees.
Oh, I've drawn
Seen
lots
the
of
bees?
bees in lots of caves, yeah.
She goes, well, the humming cave is where we get all our honey from, for the mead and things, and get all our wax for candles. Just giant caves. I just wonder if you've ever been there.
Not to my knowledge, no. Is
You-
it somewhere I should go?
Well, I don't know, because I know it's nighttime now, but I haven't seen any bees for a long time.
Oh, that's sad.
I just
Well, it is a cold
And, like,
climate, I
it's-
suppose, but
yeah.
if they're normally
But I mean, like, she's walking. She goes, yeah, but we plant lavender and pansies as their favourite flowers, and sunflowers are another one that we plant a lot of, just to attract the bees. But we haven't seen them for a long time. Well, I haven't seen any for days.
I don't know. I'm not really down these areas too much.
Because I suppose you don't really get bees from where you're from, do you? It's too cold.
I never said where I was from, so thanks for assuming. That is fine. No, I don't.
Oh, sorry, I just assumed you were from the mountain.
I mean, yeah, that's a good assumption, but but still.
I mean, aren't all Goliaths born from the mountain?
I mean,
Bless you.
Some of them, I guess so. Yeah, let's just say yeah. Maybe I'm the ignorant one here.
Um,
Don't nod at me.
She takes like a couple of hours to sort of like traverse. She like takes you out and around to the edge of the town, and you sort of like hunker down trees. She sort of turns to the party as you get there. she's now got Boone on her back, like carrying him. And he's sort of like, you see his eyes are like drooping, and then he's like sort of nodding off. She gets to the trees, and she like walks in and then walks in the trees for another 10-15 minutes, and she gets towards the edge. She goes, "Look, I don't think it's a good idea to have a fire, but we could bunk down here. We're far enough away that we ain't gonna be spotted."
Oh, are we gonna have to huddle up a little bit?
I mean, it's
Well, you
can if you want.
I'm just that sounds. I mean, it's not that cold down here, but
Any
You-
excuse, Saber.
yes,
Are you missing
All
your
right.
caster's prayers?
I am. I'm so lonely now.
Your special prayer time.
Yeah.
She goes, well, look, if as long as, and before she finishes her sentences, there is a, you hear a bang, and then like splintering wood and crashing, and as you peer out through the trees, you watch the windmill just collapse, and see smoke coming from the center ship.
Oof.
And
That's
that is
what we
where we're
just-
going to end tonight's session.
Thought so.
And we'll pick this up in a couple of weeks' time. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And
Why would they shoot the fucking windmill?
Because they hate wind.
They hate bread.
They hate wheat.
Well,
They're wheat
you've got 2
haters.
weeks to think about that, Saber.
Yeah,
So
they're all celiac.
Yeah, clearly. That's the
Celiac.
only
Celiac
explanation.
That is
I
their
hope everyone.
weakness.
I hope everyone enjoyed that, and we'll catch you in a couple of weeks' time. So, bye, guys.
Ta-ta for
Yeah.
now.